I'm time Polish, my channel. I'm time Polish, my channel. We are going to do some pakagi unboxing. To do some pakagi unboxing. Enjoy. Hello everyone on Monday, which I call the mail day because I receive a bunch of packages on Monday because, you know, weekend is the time when you start buying stuff online and, you know, it just arrives on Monday. Now, when I'm looking at all this stuff, this is gonna be mostly goodies for my motorcycle. This time it's for the Ninji. And I just want to do a little bit of unboxing it all, kind of mailbag video. So, let's get into it. One by one. What have we here from Kai Sarach? Okay, let's open this thing up. What have we? Ooh, yeah, pretty heavy. I don't know how heavy. I don't have a scale here. So this is from yeah, LuckyBike.com LLC, and this is a set of basically universal blinkers for Kawasaki motorcycles. I'm gonna install this on my made in Taiwan. I'm gonna install this on the Ninji because the ones that I have right now are broken due to the fact that the bike was laid down pretty badly a couple times. So yeah, that's it. Let's move on to another package. Ooh, this is wow. Anyway, all right. Let's see what we have here. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. What? Where is my... Oh yeah, my favorites. So these are the widely used by me Polish Air Force stickers. So please don't give me shit that I'm using the Air Force logo even though I've never been to the Air Force. This is by far my favorite representation of Polish flag, and this is basically my tribute to, you know, to Poland in general. So this is my, you know, this is my motherland. I put this on my helmets, I put it on my bikes, I have it on my car. I really like it, so please stop hating if you do. And I think it's a nice, you know, I think it's like a nice accent. So anyway, let's move on to the next packages. Kind of nasty box. Oh, anyway, how are we gonna go about it? Probably just open it right here and just use our hands, man. Gotta have some strength. Ooh, yeah, this is very... I don't like how it was packaged because it probably put some stress on it, but yeah, there we go. So this is a petcock for my Kawasaki Ninja. So this is a vacuum operated petcock. It has a little vacuum tube here. What it does, there is a membrane right here, I mean diaphragm. With this, it's spring loaded, so it automatically shuts the valve. There is like a valve in there, and when the vacuum from the cylinder pulls, when the piston goes down, this diaphragm is being pulled this way, counteracting the spring action and opening the valve. So then what happens is, depending on the setting, the fuel will either go or not. And this one has oh, it's kind of funny. So this one has actually 3 positions, and this should be the arrow pointing on which position I am. So right now I'm on the on position, and in the on position we're getting fuel from this taller inlet that has a little filter on it. This is actually a very nice solution. So that's basically the first stage of filtering that your gas gets. Then it goes over here, whatever, in this position. Now we're going to go to pry. There we go. I think. No, actually it should be so that we're on, res, and pry, so that it points out this way, not that way. So right now I am on pry. In other words, doesn't matter what the diaphragm does, it just provides fuel all the way. So for example, if your bike has been sitting for a while and you're suspecting that the gas might have evaporated from the carbs or there is some leakage, whatever, and you want to fresh start it without actually having, you know, to crank it enough for the vacuum to open it up. You put it on the primary, I guess, position, and the fuel just flows. Then, you know, once you started it, you switch it back to on, and of course then, you know, the fuel gets through here. Then you can switch it to reserve, and then the fuel goes in there through this lowest spot, because then you have it in the tank, and you know, when the fuel reaches below this level, you're not getting any gas unless you switch to reserve. So yeah, that's basically what it is. I have to replace it, and there is a nice, very nice gasket that comes with it. I already have the required screws here, so I just need to install it. I'm gonna make a video on how to do it. So anyway, all right, let's get to another package. This time big one. We don't want to destroy what's inside, we just want to pinch it a little bit. Gee, I love when they overpackage stuff. This is just, you know, secure, but anyway. Alright, I think I know what it is. I'm gonna leave the surprise for you guys. Yes, it's a piece of cotton that humans decided to wear on their bodies, and this one, you're gonna love it. Check this out. Boom. Yep, Kwikasfuki. I became a proud owner of a Kawasaki motorcycle. It's actually the first time that it's my first Kawasaki motorcycle. So I decided to have some fun and order this t-shirt. It's actually pretty poorly made. You can see that there is the residual, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but there is residual paint here, and the overall transfer resolution is pretty low. You can see some feathering here, but you know what? I don't care. I wanted this t-shirt and I have it. So let's just move on with your life, you hater. Okay, let's get to another package. So another piece from the mail, something thin. Yeah, let's gosh darn. Anyway, alright, there we go. Ooh la la, what may that be? Oh, yeah, just a couple screws. Kwikasfuki. These are, what are they for? I don't really know what they're for. I need to check again where they're used. Yeah. So here's the deal with these parts. You can go to like MR Cycles or Ron Ayers or other famous place that provides parts like Partzilla and such, but oftentimes you can just find this stuff on eBay, and that's what I do. So yeah, let's get to another package. So another bag on the stack would be, oh, that's something heavy. That seems like maybe it's like bearings or something. I don't know. I mean, I think I ordered some bearings. Wow. What? Oh, no. These are handlebar mounts for 7/8, or as you wish, call it in metric, 22 millimeter handlebar. So what they probably are intending to accomplish here, this is pretty bad. You see, it's already scuffed here. It has some play here, but of course, let me get some Allen screwdriver, and let's open it up. Oh, there you go. I have a little set from Harbor Freight. I think it's from Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh. Pretty good one. I actually like it a lot. So let's see what size will fit here. Is it this one? Oh, first time perfect fit. How much I like it. I'm going to stay. I can just put it in here. Anyway, so let's see how heavy duty this solution is. This is, what is this, like 5 millimeter? Ooh la la, what is this mess? I hope So this is probably some really cheap aluminum. It doesn't seem like I can break it too easily. Let's see what's the diameter of the of this thread. I know you don't measure threads like this, but I don't care. Yeah, that's like a 5mm bolt. And then we have the long Allen, I think this is a 10. Let's see, is this a 10? Yeah, it's a 10. We can figure out what pitch it is by looking on the consecutive threads. What is this, 1.5 between the two, or is it 1? Yeah, it's M10 times 1.5, kind of uncommon. So of course I'm gonna replace them with M10 or M10 by 125, which is like more common. This is like, what is this, like zinc plated steel, it's probably crap. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna put this together for now. I don't know if I'm gonna actually use it. I intended to use it on my Ninja 250 because the stock handlebars are kind of low and they lack adjustability. They just sit there on the top triple clamp, and you know, you wish for the best for them, but that's what it is. So I was thinking about using some kind of street bike one piece 7/8 or 22mm handlebar on it. So you know, in order to do this, you need a cute little adapter like this. So I ordered it. It was cheap. It was of course eBay as usual. I'm just gonna put these bolts in so that I don't lose them. But again, I think I may pay a visit to, oh, that's a mess. May pay a visit to the local hardware store and get some replacement bolts. Definitely shorter, because I'm gonna have to drill the holes in a triple clamp in order to mount them. I kind of like that they're low profile. I don't really like this kind of finish. I mean, not the finish, but the shape it's not really that great of a shape. Just check this out. It looks kind of, probably gonna look kind of awkward, but I don't really care. They're cheap. It's more of a proof of concept. Okay. A funny thing is, so if you look at the way they board, let me see. If you look at the way they board it out, this screw bolt should completely recess inside here, such that it doesn't interfere with the bars that you put in. And they were pretty successful with this one, because once you put it in this position, you can't really see the bar, right? You can't really see the bolt. But with this guy, they kind of didn't mill it all the way in. It's sticking out. I mean, it's not gonna be that big of a deal, but you're kind of losing a little bit of the bottom surface contact area. Well, what can you do? China. Or maybe it was made in the US. I'm gonna verify that for the purpose of the video later on. Anyway, let's say goodbye to our little Pittsburgh set from Harbor Freight, and let's put this back in our little bag, put it aside, and move on to the next package. We got something kind of heavy in the next one. Let's tear it open, see what's inside. Oh, there we go. Oh yes, absolutely. Whenever you buy a new motorcycle, always check standard stuff like tires, brakes, oil with filter, coolant, brake fluid, chain, you know, the state of the chain, sprockets. I can give you the whole list. I noticed that the front brake pads were running a little low on the thickness, so I decided to, you know, immediately order some new set. And I want to kind of recommend the EBC brand. I want to recommend EBC brakes to everyone. Why? I find it a perfect solution for the front brake pads, not the rear though. So the sintered pads give you both the very good initial bite, very good consistency of braking, and they also do pretty well with heat dissipation. So that consistency has to do with the heat dissipation. Now, I wouldn't recommend it for the rear brake, because if you do some sort of low speed maneuvers on the parking lot, such as like gymkhana stuff or just general practicing, you find yourself using the rear brake quite a bit, especially if you do it competitively. Now, if you're gonna use the rear brake, you want to be able to, in the situation, kind of somewhat stressful situation, when you're going for good time, when you're going for competitive results, you're gonna do all kinds of mistakes, and one of the most common mistakes is inability to properly dose the rear brake pressure. So you're basically going all the way on the rear brake, which may lead to premature wear. But the most important stuff is it's gonna bite a lot, and it's gonna lock your wheel. So I wouldn't recommend the double H for the rear brake, but I definitely recommend it for the front. Every time, all the time, basically every street motorcycle. That's, if anyone asks me what brake pads should they get for the front as a replacement, you can get, of course, you can get original Nissin or Brembo, depending what kind of bike you're riding and what braking solution they figured out for it. But if you can get EBC brake pads for it, do it. So again, double H for the front, regular for the back. So let's move on to the next package. What is this? I don't know. Can I figure it out? Oh, I think I know what it is. So Ninja 250 is not the fastest bike. It has pretty good kick to it, but if you want to increase the ability for this bike to accelerate, you need to gear it. And you have basically two choices. You can, if you want to gear it down, in other words, you want to have more torque at the cost of maximum speed, what you want to do, you want to change either the front sprocket, number of teeth of the front sprocket down, or you want to go up at the back. Now, changing the back gives you a little more flexibility, because you can make more precise tuning, because you for example, if you go from 40 teeth to 41 or 42, it's not as drastic as changing the front from like 14 to let's say 13. This is a 13T front sprocket, as you see, Protec 113. Can you see it? Focus, please. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good trick. Yeah, there you go. Protec 113. So it's a 13 teeth front sprocket for the Ninja. It's funny, when you look at the eBay listing, you don't really see the difference between the holes here, but two of them are threaded. So if you ever took off the front sprocket of the Ninja 250, you will see that normally the stock sprocket just has two holes in here and doesn't have any holes in there. So it may be a little confusing. You may think, oh hell, how am I gonna do this? This has too many holes. Don't worry, they figured it out. These two are threaded just like the stock one. These ones are, I think, mostly for weight reduction. I don't know if it really matters as much on the front sprocket, but they did it anyway. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to install it. I did it on my friend's bike, on Eric's Ninji, which was a pretty bad shape. He wanted it to use it for more like learning, kind of maybe gymkhana parking lot scenarios, and I recommended using the lower gearing, because if you're not looking for like highway performance, this is it. It's gonna have a way more aggressive acceleration curve. And also, what's important, don't do that kind of modification on a bike that has pretty low RPM range. You're only gonna benefit from this if the first, second, third, and whatever gear gets you anywhere. And the only way to do it is to have enough RPM range so that it actually still makes sense to use lower gears. So on a Ninja 250 that goes to like 15,000 RPMs, it makes sense. That's why I decided to do it. Okay, move on to the next package. What is this? What do we get here? This came from China. Wow. See, almost feels like having friends abroad. Kind of romantic. People used to do that, you know, long distance relationship using letters. Oh, okay. So this is for my little PCB milling sub project. These are end mills, and these are 0.8 millimeter end mills. 10 pieces. They fit right in the, I think it's a what? They fit right in the 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, those are pretty nice. I really enjoy it. This is a double flute end mill, and I'm gonna use them for my little PCB fabrication. That's pretty handy. It's pretty handy. And you know, if you're still figuring out your machine and you don't have perfect settings figured out yet, you may just you may just go through them like nobody's business, because you're gonna, you know, your machine is like, for example, if you pack too quickly and then you go sideways, if you go too deep on each pass, what's gonna happen is it's gonna just stain the material and snap it. So make sure you're kind of conservative on the settings when you use such thin end mills. And this is, like I said, this is a good application for some, you know, hobby style PCB routing on an FR4. So anyway, let's move on to the next package. Anyway, this is a, what is this, foam filter for EX250 Ninja 87006. Kind of funny digression is they basically kept the same design of a motorcycle for all these years. Crazy, huh? I guess it's a robust, good design. Anyway, so supposedly these are the best air filters on earth. Can you read it? The best. Gee, come on, give me some focus here. I don't know. Oh yeah, the best air filters on earth for over 40 years. So following that logic, I decided to I didn't even check what's on the bike. I decided to just straight on. Oh, Ina. Huh. I thought I ordered Uni. I don't know. That's kind of. Oh, it's upside down. So that concludes today's episode, which was purely, you know, my hands and a bunch of packages. I think if I'm gonna be ordering a bunch of stuff online, I'm gonna do kind of Monday unwrapping, kind of showing you guys what I got in the mail. I don't know, we'll see. I'm still kind of looking for the proper form and the proper way of delivering my message. I think what I'm gonna try to do is just have all kinds of different styles of the videos depending on what I do. I'm kind of starting to lean towards that solution, because I don't think it makes sense to, for example, do everything in the form of a motovlog where you're basically sitting on a bike and talking, if you could actually show the stuff you're talking about. Just like right now, I'm preparing to do some videos on actually how to install all these pieces on the Ninja, but I would like to first introduce, you know, what these pieces are, and kind of be able to talk about it in a clean environment with like a nice, you know, overhead shot. And I think I accomplished that. So also, I may be buying a better camera to capture the garage, capture better audio in the garage scenario. You know, all this stuff that I do on the bikes I do in my garage, and right now I don't really have a good way of capturing the audio from the garage. So I'm thinking about getting some better camera. So we'll see about that. Yeah, that's basically it for today. Enjoy your rest of your week, and I hope you started it nice listening to my little unwrapping video. unboxing and wrapping. I don't know how to call it. I'm gonna have to come up with some name. So anyway, thanks a lot, and see you later.